Hello and welcome to the Nexus for Flashback. Today we're looking at issue 44 of our Star Trek collection. Today we're looking at United Earth Starfleet the Intrepid. It's Intrepid class, 22nd century. It only has phase cannons. So we've got, it says only phase cannons at the front, but we know it has torpedo launchers. It looks very much like the NX. It's UES Intrepid. That's the clarification of it. United Earth Starfleet. That's what it's under. There's the Intrepid there. Now, some people said or have mentioned on various social media groups and stuff like that, it doesn't have a registry. Now, in the episode, it never does, and we see a few of them. And I think the only ones that have a registry are the NX class. So we see obviously Enterprise NX-01 and Columbia NX-02. All the other ships, including the Delta shaped one that we have, none of them have registries on. I'm just thinking that they just don't put them on at this early stage, because this is just when sort of Starfleet are coming together and building their ships. Obviously, it's got massive design elements with the NX class. It's just a lot smaller. There's a few bits of information. As you can see, it appears in a number of episodes. Obviously, it gets destroyed in a parallel episode. Some really nice ones here. The Warp Delta, that was it. The Warp Delta. None of these ships have registries on them. And obviously, the Intrepid is one of them. But I know that there is a guy on YouTube, on eBay, sorry, that creates the registries for them. But it never appears on screen. Then we get designing the Intrepid. So you can sort of see the way that they were going with it. It obviously went from this to this. They made it a lot smaller. Used elements from Enterprise as well. You can see some other ship designs that they were going for as well. Obviously we get this sort of design in another one. And this is the Warp Delta that we get as well. Then we have an interview with Robert Bongchar, or what I think that's what it's. I'm terrible with names. Who obviously done a lot of the CG work for Star Trek, and that's just the interview he had there. Obviously, next we're going to be looking at issue 45, the Malon export vessel, which is sort of like a garbage thing dumping radioactive antimatter waste. But we'll have a look at that anyway when it comes to it. So without further ado, let's take a look at the Intrepid. So this is the Intrepid. First thing I really noticed about the ship is, one, it's a nice size, but two, it's very pale. I thought they would have gone with more metallic colour. That obviously they went with the Enterprise on NX. But it's fairly detailed. It's all up there. It's really nice. There is some paint issues on it, and we'll come to them. But yeah, it doesn't have a registry. I don't really know where the registry would go. Would it either side maybe, or would it just be along here? But anyway, it just doesn't have one. It never had one on screen. But yeah, so we have a nice deflector just here, as you can see. We have the nice nacelles. I really like it. It's a very cramped ship. But yeah, so the problem with the paint is it's supposed to have blue paint in there, which it doesn't. This side has it at the bottom, but not the top. Well, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it does have it on this side, but it doesn't have it anywhere else. But yeah, it's quite a lot of die cast in it. Then we have the blue impulse engines at the side here. The nacelles are just resting on top of the on top here. They're not actually glued on, as you can see. They can still move. But yeah, we've got the shuttle bays that are in there. Now I'm just going to shine a bit of light in there. See if you can see it. Can we see that? There we go. So you can see the shuttle bays just in there, which is really nice. Very detailed just inside here, which is nice. But it has the only thing that's down is the colour. It's got this very pale grey colour. I would have thought they've gone more of a, like I said, a more of a metallic colour. But yeah, I really like it. It's got the nacelles from Enterprise, which is nice. Half the saucer section, and yeah, it's really nice. I kind of like it. I like these sort of small ships. This the Nova class, you know, Nebula, all those sort of unusual. They use the same parts but are constructed in different ways, and I like that. But yes, it's a really nice ship. I really like it. We've got some of the portholes there underneath's really nice as well, but obviously we don't display our ships upside down, though some people do. But yeah, it is what it is. It's nice and small. It's the US. It's the, well, I say it's a USS. It's just Intrepid. Just Intrepid. The Intrepid class, Intrepid. Anyway, tell me what you think. I like it. It's a nice addition to the collection, especially for the Enterprise line as well. Tell me what you think. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.